If you've ever flown into Phoenix, Arizona, you see it from the air. It's this sprawling, vibrant metropolis. It just seems to stretch endlessly across the desert floor.
It really does.
It's a place with incredible energy, buzzing with life, innovation. But here's the core question that, well, makes you scratch your head a bit. How did such a bustling, thriving city emerge, let alone thrive, from, one of the harshest, most arid deserts on Earth?
That's the fascinating paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this deep dive is all about today. We're taking a journey through the sources you shared with us, uncovering the really remarkable story of Phoenix's resilience, its constant innovation, and its unique capacity for reinvention, from ancient civilizations right up to becoming America's fifth largest city. So our mission today is to help you quickly grasp the most important insights into how this desert city truly came to be.
Okay, let's dive in. Let's unpack this incredible story, starting way back with the very first engineers of this desert land. Long before anyone dreamed of, skyscrapers or freeways, there were the Hohokam people. Their name, interestingly, it translates to the vanished ones. But what they left behind was anything but vanished. It was an astonishing network of irrigation canals.
The sheer scale and the ingenuity of their work is truly remarkable.
Yeah.
These weren't just simple ditches. They were extensive, sophisticated canals.
Right.
They allowed them to divert water from the Salt River, transforming this arid land into fertile agricultural fields. This was absolutely vital for sustaining life, for large-scale farming in a desert environment. It was, really the foundational act for any civilization hoping to survive here.
And they supported a vibrant society for centuries, then poof, mysteriously disappeared around 1450 AD. But their legacy, those canals, they just lay dormant, waiting. So what happened next? How do we connect these ancient pioneers to the city we know today?
Well, it's a great story of rediscovery and purposeful rebirth, really. You fast forward to the 1860s, and you have Jack Swilling, he was a former Confederate soldier, arrived looking to farm. And he and his Swilling Irrigation Canal Company literally stumbled upon these ancient, overgrown Hohokam canals.
Wow. And it wasn't just finding them, was it? It was a pivotal decision they made.
Precisely. They decided to rebuild them. This wasn't just practical engineering. It was a conscious choice to, literally resurrect the infrastructure of a vanished civilization.
Huh.
And this act directly led to the establishment of a new farming community right on that same ancient footprint.
And the naming of the city itself just captures that spirit perfectly, doesn't it? It was Lord Darrell Dupa, one of Swilling's associates.
Right.
He famously suggested calling it Phoenix. He envisioned this new city rising quite literally from the ashes of an old civilization.
Yeah, a perfect metaphor.
It's perfectly captured that spirit of rebirth, of continuity. So in 1870, the city was officially platted, starting out as this foundational farming community.
Which raises an important question, right? What were the early challenges for this new settlement? Imagine trying to establish a community here back then.
Oh,
the intense heat, the sheer lack of resources, the inherent isolation. These were immense hurdles.
absolutely.
It was really the arrival of the railroad in 1887 that truly transformed Phoenix. Suddenly, it wasn't just a small agricultural outpost anymore.
Right.
It was a burgeoning town connected to the rest of the nation by the turn of the century. That connection just changed everything.
The railroad was indeed a game changer. It propelled Phoenix into this period of rapid growth. And that momentum, it quickly led to a really significant political shift. In 1889, the territorial capital was officially moved from Prescott down to Phoenix. What did that mean for the city's trajectory?
Well, moving the capital wasn't just symbolic. It solidified Phoenix's political power and its identity. The very construction of the territorial capital building, it reflected the ambitious political aspirations of the late 19th century Arizona territory.
Kind of like planting a flag.
Exactly. It was a grand statement. It positioned Phoenix as the undeniable center of power for the entire region.
And what fueled this growing political hub's economy at the time? Was it still farming?
Oh, absolutely. Still agriculture, predominantly. Key cash crops like alfalfa, citrus, and cotton truly underpinned the city's economy. But as you can imagine, growing any of that in the desert, water was, and honestly still remains, the absolute lifeblood.
So the paramount importance of water must have led to some, monumental efforts, right? Securing it.
It absolutely did. The sheer imperative of securing water led to this arduous fight for crucial water rights and the creation of the Salt River Project.
SRP.
Which fascinatingly grew into one of the nation's largest multi-purpose water and power utilities. But the crowning achievement of this era was the Roosevelt Dam.
Okay.
This monumental engineering project wasn't just about irrigation. It truly guaranteed Phoenix's future as a viable city. But, the deeper insight here is how this single project set a precedent for large-scale human intervention, effectively redefining what was possible in the desert, and maybe even inadvertently sowing the seeds for the ongoing water challenges we see today.
That's a really interesting point. So, with guaranteed water, political prominence, Phoenix's commercial sector truly began to take off. It rapidly emerged as a vital regional hub, drawing in businesses, people.
Yeah.
And this growing strength then paved the way for the ultimate goal, statehood.
Right. And the journey to Arizona statehood, it was long. It was marked by significant political struggles. It wasn't a given at all. But finally, on February 14, 1912, Valentine's Day, actually, Arizona was proclaimed the 48th state. And this moment was just filled with immense optimism. It opened up entirely new possibilities for the young city of Phoenix and really solidified its place in the national fabric.
So statehood secured, Phoenix enters the early 20th century as a new state capital, but it was also gaining this kind of fascinating reputation as a health resort. What was that about? What drew people seeking a cure?
Yeah, that's a crucial part of the story. It was the city's unique, dry climate. It was seen as incredibly therapeutic back then.
Right, for respiratory issues.
Exactly. There was a sheer influx of people seeking relief from respiratory illnesses, particularly tuberculosis. TB sanatoriums popped up everywhere. It created this thriving health seeker economy.
Wow.
And even figures like the renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright, they were drawn to the desert landscape, finding inspiration in its unique qualities and, contributing to the city's cultural tapestry too.
So you had health seekers coming in, this unique desert appeal growing, and then came World War II, which just completely accelerated the city's transformation. Phoenix found itself with immense strategic importance. It wasn't just a quiet resort town anymore, was it?
Oh, far from it. The establishment of crucial military airfields like Luke Field and Williams Field turned Phoenix into a vital pilot training ground.
Big bases.
Huge. And the sheer number of military personnel pouring into the area had a profound impact on the local economy, the population. The war effort dramatically accelerated Phoenix's industrialization, its infrastructure development. It fundamentally changed its character and really set the stage for even bigger changes to come.
And the post-war era brought something truly revolutionary that, it changed everything for desert living, the invention of air conditioning. I mean, this wasn't just a comfort. It made sustained massive growth possible in a way nobody could have imagined before.
That's absolutely right. The climate, which, was once a draw mainly for the sick, suddenly became an open invitation for pretty much everyone else once AC made the intense summer heat bearable, even comfortable.
Right. It just unlocked the place.
It really did. This led to a massive population boom. Veterans and their families, looking for new opportunities, moved to the city in droves. And this era saw the rise of suburban development, the explosion of car culture. Phoenix was now truly on the cusp of becoming a major American city, no longer constrained by its natural environment in quite the same way.
So that post-war boom, supercharged by air conditioning, it set the stage for, immense, sometimes chaotic growth in the latter half of the 20th century. And this is where Phoenix truly became what we now call the Silicon Desert.
Yeah, and the real genius, or maybe just the momentum, lay in how quickly the economy pivoted.
Wow.
The arrival of major tech companies like Motorola laid the foundation for this new identity.
Okay.
Phoenix transitioned from an economy focused on agriculture and health to one dominated by technology and services, specifically its burgeoning semiconductor and electronics industries.
What drove that? Why Phoenix?
Well, it was fueled by available land, a growing workforce attracted by the climate and jobs, and, frankly, a pretty pro-business environment.
Makes sense. And with that rapid growth came the phenomenon we still see today, urban sprawl. The Phoenix metropolitan area just stretched and stretched, creating countless bedroom communities, necessitating the extensive development of the freeway system. You can practically drive for an hour and still feel like you're in Phoenix.
Which raises that important question again. What were the consequences of this rapid expansion? I mean, while it brought prosperity, it also brought significant social and environmental challenges.
Like what specifically?
Particularly critical issues like immense water usage in an already arid region that goes to the past, right? And increasing concerns about air quality, largely due to the reliance on cars and industrial growth. It was really the double-edged sword of success.
Yeah, you can see that tension. Despite these challenges, though, the city's identity continued to evolve. This era saw the rise of key political figures, certain events that shaped its trajectory, and the city's growing diversity fostered a more vibrant arts and culture scene. Phoenix was no longer just a regional player, it was becoming a major, and sometimes controversial player on the national stage, grappling with the complex challenges that come with its own rapid success.
Which brings us more or less to the present day. Phoenix's journey from that small desert outpost, relying on rebuilt ancient canals, to America's fifth largest city is truly remarkable. But the challenges haven't disappeared. They've simply evolved, haven't they?
No, they certainly haven't. Contemporary issues like critical water management, especially in an era of climate change, the imperative of sustainable growth, developing efficient public transportation solutions, these are absolutely front and center.
Right.
But what's inspiring, I think, are the innovative projects and policies aimed at addressing these. You look at the ongoing downtown revitalization efforts, the growth of the light rail system.
Yeah, the light rail's a big deal.
It shows a city still very much in motion, still trying to figure things out.
Absolutely. And the continued diversification of Phoenix's economy in the 21st century is key to its ongoing resilience. There's significant growth in sectors like bioscience, renewable energy, higher education.
ASU's huge expansion comes to mind.
Exactly. The expansion of Arizona State University, ASU, and the presence of major institutions like the Mayo Clinic are having a profound impact on the city's evolving identity. They're pushing it into new frontiers and ensuring it remains a hub of innovation.
It's quite the story when you lay it all out, isn't it? From the prehistoric Hohokam channeling the Salt River, to Jack Swilling rediscovering those ancient canals, to the advent of air conditioning making desert living truly comfortable on a mass scale, and now to this burgeoning Silicon Desert wrestling with sustainability. Phoenix's transformation has been nothing short of extraordinary.
It truly underscores the enduring spirit of Phoenix. It's a city defined by an incredible resilience in the face of environmental challenges, a relentless drive for innovation, and just a constant capacity for reinvention. It keeps finding new ways to thrive against the odds.
So what does this all mean for the future? As you consider Phoenix's continued growth and its remarkable layered past, maybe ask yourself this. How will this city, born from the desert and constantly pushing its boundaries, continue to redefine its relationship with its harsh yet beautiful environment? How does it balance that relentless aspiration with genuine, long-term sustainability?